Hi, my loves. Welcome back to the Starscartel channel. If you don't know, I'm Star. The message I have comes in the form of a saying. God spoke to me and said, sometimes He will call us, He will command us to do certain things that seem unnecessary. However, we will also realize that even though this situation, it seems unnecessary, it would prevent a calamity from happening. God is saying there are times when it is better to, do something that could seem unnecessary. It could seem as if it would be a burden in order to avoid something crazy from happening. It's just like something that could have been small, okay? And you fix whatever is wrong and then it's done. Versus if you decide to ignore it and it becomes big. God said there are times when He's going to call us to go ahead and, even though it seems silly, and, why can't I just go ahead and do this here? And why can't I just, you know what I'm saying? God said there will be times when He going to go ahead and command you to go ahead and, just eat that. You know what I'm saying? Even if it inconveniences you, it's just like taking a detour. And you have the detour is going to add on 5 minutes to your route versus if you would have just went straight through the little detour area, you would have got there in less time, like maybe 1 minute or something like that. God is saying sometimes He will command you to do things like this because just like a detour, if you decide to go straight through, you might tear up your car. So God is saying He's going to sometimes command you to do detours that take a little bit longer. But even though it take a little bit longer and it's taking a long time and it's hard and it's tough, God said it's the better route to go because you don't know what kind of problems could happen as you are on this journey. That's just like somebody, you know what I'm saying? Even when I think about like this car, I'm paying notes on a car. And it would have, I've had people, you could have just stacked up some of your checks and then, paid cash. I could have did that, but it would have took me longer. I wouldn't have a car. I wouldn't have had a car as long as I have had it. And, it's not a promise that would have been better off for me. And I just feel like God is saying sometimes it's not a promise that it'll be better off for you to go the easy route. You know what I'm saying? Even like I just feel like even if it's you want to have a baby, you could easily go get IVF, or you could wait until God gives you the baby naturally. Now, if you go IVF, you may have to deal with certain situations. There are certain scenarios that could pop off versus if you're just patient and you allow it to happen in God's timing. Anything that wasn't supposed to happen is not going to happen. Sometimes we be trying to put everything in our own hands and we don't realize God is protecting us from calamity. What if the person, something go wrong with that IVF, or maybe it's a situation where you in a relationship with somebody and you decide, you know what I'm saying, you wanna have kids with them, but they not who you are intended to have kids with. Y'all have problems. Then y'all want to go to the doctor and y'all doing all these things, and you might get there, get down the road in 10 years and it's a nightmare. So I just feel like God is saying He do things the way that He do them for a reason. He make you have to take time with certain things because He wants you to see certain things. And it doesn't always mean that it's bad. For some of you, it could simply be a situation where God haven't blessed you with a baby yet because He wants you and your person to get more acquainted with each other. He wants y'all to be able to fall in love with each other. And y'all can't do that while simultaneously trying to meet a new person. So I just feel like God is saying that, for some people, he is going to be taking His time with certain things. He is going to be moving slower than usual with certain things. There is not always going to be a situation where God is going to give you what you're looking for immediately. It's not always going to be a situation where it's going to be like, poof, and it's there. There are going to be times, there are going to be circumstances, situations where God is going to slowly but for surely bring you into something, and that is okay. And God is saying sometimes he'll have you doing things that you thought were unnecessary. And why should you have to do this? And it will be easier, this, that, and the third. God is saying, like, when it comes down to it, sometimes you have to cross all your T's, dot all your I's, and make sure, because you don't want it to be confused for something else. If you don't cross your T, it's going to be confused for an L. If you don't dot your I, it can be confused for an L. Same thing, but still. God is saying, you know what I'm saying, you have to make sure that everything makes sense. You know what I'm saying? Even with the P's and Q's. You know what I'm saying? You don't want a backwards P going on. You want it to be what it's supposed to be. So I just feel like God is saying, double check everything and make sure everything is right when it comes to whatever it is he got you working on right now. He don't want you making no mistakes. He don't want no accidents. He don't want no mishaps. He don't want no problems. Sometimes it's better to be safer. It's better to be safe than sorry. For whoever this is for, and you irritated, you frustrated, you really wish that God would just let you go ahead, and you really wish he would just, like, you know what I'm saying, God said he not getting up off of you for a reason. He making it drag on the way it's dragging on for a reason. He making it seem as though it's hard right now, it's tough right now, but it's for a reason. Just keep on pushing. That's the message, y'all. Thank you guys for watching. Be sure to like, share, subscribe. Deuces.